First, my name is Kenneth Burt. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. I'm just trying to take these two right here, not this one. Getting some orders out for today. Is this clean on this side over here? Like, any water over here? No water? Alright, cool. I dry it off a little bit. I ain't right here to dry it off. There my hair gold, like the mother, the youngest one, and curls of its bed to the one day to the lady fellow, and then for the lunch. I should have my phone on me too. I have somebody call me in a few minutes. Get there. There, right there, over and done with. They're doing some yard work around the apartment right now. So that's what they're working on right now. It's pretty nice. Keep the area nice and trimmed up. There we go. Let's finish right there. Done. So pretty soon we'll have our new containers, which I can't wait. I gotta design the QR codes for those too. And I gotta design a page. I gotta work on a page. So basically, the new ones are going to have a little. These are the old containers. We're going to have the black round ones, and I'm going to be getting mine custom made because we have 24 ounces. I want to keep the 24 ounces. These are 32s because I want to do something special with these customized containers. But we're going to have a QR code in the back, and that's what I have to build onto the page. The QR code, when you hit it, you get like specifications on the product, a few videos, stuff like that. That'll come on the QR code, stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do. It's so much easier than putting big labels on the back with all this really fine print. You know what I mean? So we want to do something different. So we got to get rid of these labels, these containers. These containers will not work in the they will not work in the machinery. Oh wait, which way are we doing with this? No, no, side from side. We're doing all that. Wrong way. So now we had our price adjustments. These go for around 200, I think 260 something dollars. I think 260 for these. The gallons we're going to be making available soon. We are going to need the gallons. And these right here are our copyrighted labels. Right there. Bam. Those are our copyrighted labels right there. That's the story. The clip slate. And we got two clip slates. Oh, we got two clip slates. So everything we make is made to order, which means we make enough for our orders, and that's it. That way, in here, things had to be done differently because I live in an apartment. I don't live in a house. In the house, we can store tons, well, I don't store tons, but we store paint downstairs in 5-gallon containers. Here, because we live in an apartment, we do things a little differently. So in here, we only do what we only made to order. That's all we do, made to order. A little hat. We do. one of the things I notice when I see people trying to tamper with or retape containers, we see that all the time. Plastic wrap. I literally had someone try to wrap a container with plastic wrap. Yeah. You see how flat those tops are? That's just, we use a certain kind of tape that lays very flat to the top. When I see piles of tape on the top like that, that lets us know that you've been inside that container. Now, the new ones we have now are going to have a customized seal that will wrap around it. You can't buy them, you can't duplicate them. They were the only ones who have them. I'm going to a special place to get those particular seals. We can know if you've been in, if you broke them or anything, if you tampered or opened, whatever. As if we have any more problems. We're not worried about the other ones, like the other people that we had problems with. No, you're going to court this year, and we're not going to have a problem with you. We're going to get you taken care of real soon. So we already got one going to court already this summer for copyright infringements, and he's going back to court again because he touched the labels on this, and he also touched the name of it. It's called similarity, which I can sue you for touching this. So again, that's another lawsuit. And then at the end of the year, so we got the batch number lawsuit, and there's another lawsuit coming up for civil court for basically the fraud of basically saying our products came up black. So that's another one. Mr. Matthew will be going to civil court. The other two, we have a private investigator tracking your whereabouts. So we'll be having that information in the next couple of months. We'll have exactly where you are and where you live. So again, you know, for our customers that support our products, and again, thank you so much. And for those of you who basically, at the end of the day, who tried to make our products and failed again, this is not going to be a very good year for you. It's going to be an extremely bad year. Just driving you crazy just to figure out how that's made, isn't it? Failed 2 times in a row. And even with the one we made, it was better than yours, it still failed. Now, as I told you before, because we are doing some business offline, and offline is basically going to cost us money. Online is much cheaper because you're running a website. You really don't have any overhead expenses. Offline is a little different. Brick and mortar costs money. So, price is going to be going up, so you know. Those here at the end of the day are probably going to say, well, no, you have no idea. I'm the only one with this black technology, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And in the showrooms, we say every time we have somebody come through here, look at the screen, they're falling in love with this. I mean, the showrooms are going to pop like crazy. And with the backers' job at the end of the day is to basically promote, advertise, and get our technology in the right areas where it's going to make the most money. So we're going to make it, no problem. But we're still trying to keep the price fair that everybody can afford, but we also have to charge a little more for it. All right, let me see. So over here, let's get them doing. So I know some people will probably say, but you know, you only have like, this is $700 worth of orders I just made. I'm done for the day. I'm not doing any more orders. It's like $700 a day. So I'm done. I'm not doing any more orders for the rest of the day. The whole, when I first started off and I was getting like 80, 90 orders on the table, God gracious, that was so much freaking work. That was a lot of freaking work. At my product sells around, for these sell around $230. My mom was about $690. Yeah. So basically, and then with the gallons we get in from time to time, gallons are like $330, and make about $1,200, $1,300 a day. So yeah, I'm good. At the end of the day, like really, I don't really have expenses at the end of the day. So you know, I'm good. But other than that, yeah, that's all I need to make. When I was doing like close to about 90, something like 80 something, or I can show you demonstrations. We had stacks all over the table. It was so much work that had to be done. It was not even funny. Doing 3 orders, if I do 4 orders a day, I'm happy. 4 orders a day I'm happy with that, easily. So again, don't really have to do much work. Once I'm done with that, my whole entire day is free. I'll do a couple of demonstrations, go watch the birds, and just chill. That's it. Done for the day. I only got to work that many hours. That's it. Now the part that scares me the most now, that once we have the backers and backers start promoting the product, this is where basically it starts to worry me a bit, because now I'm gonna have to get machinery in. I gotta get special containers. I gotta hire workers. I gotta have health insurance, and I have to have an EI number and pay taxes. And I pay taxes already, but I mean, I'm gonna have to pay. When you get an EI number, you have individuals. You have to really report every single person, and other persons have to have insurance. It's a whole lot of craziness that goes with it. I'm gonna need warehouse space to put the machinery at, to put the workers at, to process the orders. I need office space because there's invoices and there's orders, and everything has to be on record for tax time. There's so much stuff that goes with it. I need forklift operators. All this stuff I need at the end of the day. And the guy who's coming down today, he's a professional sprayer, which I'm going to need him in 2024 and about a dozen more of his kind to basically coat the wallpaper screens that are coming out. So yeah, this is going to go from this to boom. And I'm not looking forward to it at all, one bit. Now, I could train somebody and get them to run the entire company while I do nothing, because again, I kind of like the fact of doing a couple orders and having the whole entire day free for myself to do nothing. I like that part. I don't like the part of basically having to show up and have to be in a suit and tie every single day and because I got to impress other people. I have to be dressed. I don't want to. I like the way I dress. I'm comfortable. I don't want to go down that road. So I don't know. In the back of my mind, I want to do it. In the back of my mind, I don't want to do it. The partnership, I love. I love the partnership because it's perfect. This guy's just like me at the end of the day. We work at the same pace at the end of the day. I like that. But the backers are going to push this in a whole nother direction. And this is going to mean I'm going to have to buy some real serious equipment, and I'm going to be working longer hours and not going to have much time to play. This is what I like. I like having 4 orders a day. This is perfect for me. Make $1,400 in a day. I'm done, and that's it. I don't have to work for the rest of the day. I can sit there and lay on the floor and stare at the ceiling. People understand exactly. Some people at the end of the day like, you don't want to have tons. No, I don't want really tons and tons of money. I'm happy with this. This is called comfortable. Because I get the free time to go to the park, sit down with a bag of chips, maybe get a hoagie and get a soda and just sit there and just chill and relax and watch everybody else work like horses all day. I don't want that. I don't want that today. So let's see what I can do to get around this. Because again, I do need the backers. I do want to get my company out there on another level, but I don't want the orders that are going to come with it. So that's what I'm facing at the end of the day. If I open up a showroom and I put this screen here, I know what it's going to do. I've seen the reaction of people who come in here and see these screens. It's going to bring a lot of orders at the end of the day that I do not want to work with. And I'm not doing the business that the people, I'm not doing all those orders at the end of the day. And that's why we get the machine. The machine is going to process all the orders. We got people on the floor that's going to take the orders onto the pallets. They're going to wrap them up. But still, I have to be in charge of all of that. I got to train somebody. I'm literally going to train somebody with everything I have in my head. So that way they can do it for me. That's what I'm going to have to do. Yep. Wish you'd be family member. That'd be nice, but that's not going to happen. I get the right one for this one. This one's for, okay, the 25th. Understand the joys of peace of mind. Being able to just do nothing. Nothing lazy. That one had all the other orders. Go over those orders at the end of the day. That'd be all right. going to the partner. That's where this is going to, the partner. You know, it's a shame. I would love to be able to tell you about the people we work with. We can't. Because we got a jerk at the end of the day that we have to deal with by summer to get rid of him. The reason why we don't talk about our contracts or show anything because, yeah, we had a jerk do something extremely stupid, which I didn't think he was going to cross that line. I thought he had a little bit more common sense, but apparently he didn't have it. So I told you what happened. We had a guy who came down from Jersey to look at inflatable screens. He was checking out one of the inflatable screens I did in one of my videos where I was able to pull that screen up in like almost near afternoon. And he was interested in the product. Biggest mistake I made was flashing the contract on freaking YouTube. Very big mistake. But I didn't think he would cross that line. And he did. He did cross that line. Literally over in Lowe's with me and my ex picking out patio furniture. My phone goes off and it's the same guy who just came down from Jersey, was downstairs looking at the screen paints, and you know, he gave us a screen to work with and he liked what he saw. And he said, "Do you know a fellow by the name of Crow?" And I was like, "Yeah, we do know that guy." He said, "Well, he just contacted me and told me that you were a scammer, not to do business with you, and to do business with him." The guy was extremely ticked off because, again, he said, he says, "Does he know I just came from your house?" Like, he literally was in the house, in the basement, looking at everything we had down there. He saw it firsthand. He was very ticked off at that particular individual, but he thought that was extremely low. That's the reason why we don't show off contracts or anything at all, because, again, because of the way he acts and carries on. I can't even post people that we basically are doing business with. I would love to put the logos and stuff onto my site to show off what we're doing, what we're working with. But we can't do that because we got somebody who acts like a child at the end of the day. That's why come this summer, when we go to court, I'm going to get this finished and done and get you taken care of. So we don't have to do with that nonsense anymore. That's why. Doesn't know how to act right. Certain lines you just don't cross, and you cross all the lines, all of them. So, since you like to cross all the lines, and you like to carry on and act up and do what you want to do, I can't wait to see you in court on how you carry on and act up in the courtroom. But I don't think we're going to have that problem in there. This guy's extremely bold. Even right after he got sent that docket number from the court, they had to send it to him. They sent him a docket number. They emailed it to him. Let him know he's being sued for copyrights. They had to let him know this. And just someone filed a case against you, or someone's in the process of suing you for copyrights. So he knows what's going on. Even after all that, he still flashes the copyrights like it is nothing, and makes fun of the CCB in the process, which we sent over to them also. That's why the lawyer who I was talking to was actually helping me work on the case, said, "Oh, he thinks we're a joke at the end of the day." That's the last thing you want to hear from a lawyer and a judge when you're going to go to court to begin with is, "Oh, we think you were a joke." They're going to make an example of them. Yes, they are. It was not going to go well for him at all, period. Let's get rid of him and the rest of them. Then we can just use them as an example that anybody else new that wants to pop up and do something stupid, you will see what these individuals will go through. And if you want the same thing they got, hey, we can give it to you. Other than that, just basically mind your own business and stay in your own backyard. Anyone sits there and says, "Well, you know, how am I harassing them?" I'm asking simple and plain to test their product. Everybody's product should be tested. Everybody should be tested. As a matter of fact, I got to call a couple places right now, agencies right now, about some websites that are going to be reported today due to the fact that, again, those websites need to back up everything they have up on the site. They have to back it up. What if I came on here and said, "Hey, this screen paint we have over here, if you paint this on your screen, it'll turn your projector into a 4K projector automatically. You can go in and check your projector specification. It's 4K. No, your projector is always going to be 720p. Or if you paint this on your wall, you get the ability for holograms to come out of your wall and basically walk around your apartment." Can you imagine that dumb stuff at the end of the day? That's why you can't put that kind of stupid stuff on your site, because you have to back it up. Can't put anything you want on there. If that's the case, then everybody else is going to start doing it. You're going to see all kinds of dumb stuff pop up on websites. Got to back it up. Now these customers right here, when this paint reaches to them, they have the 100% guarantee that that product's tested because it has been tested. It has test demonstrations under the Eclipse and there's test demonstrations on the Professional One right listed on our website. What's the difference between that stuff and black paint? There's demonstrations right on there too. We just did a few on 1,000 lumens. It's backed up and it doesn't match any black paint, even if we make it. So it has to be to back it up. Paint you're getting from everybody else, how do you know? No, you don't. There's no test. That's why. All right, gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.